Let's take a look at how to use the Wacom with a whiteboard app. So today we are going to be using Jamboard. And Jamboard can be found by going to jamboard.google.com, or you can find the Jamboard app by going to your waffle button in your upper right-hand corner and selecting Jamboard. Once you get here, you'll see that you have your whiteboard display. You have the ability to change the background, to have it be a different color, or to have a grid line if you'd like. You also have the ability to use the tools here on the left-hand side. The pen is going to allow for you, when you take your pen from the Wacom, you are able to go ahead and write out anything that you're looking to say. You can also use the pen to write out equations, and you have the ability to change the color and the style of the pen so that you can go ahead and use different features to show and direct student learning. If you are done with what you've written, you have the clear frame option up at the top, so we'll click on that. The other features that we have here are the eraser. You can have the select feature. If you click on that, then you can use the pen to go ahead and select different things as you're talking through. So if you're giving instruction and you want to use the select feature, you can go ahead and direct students to a different part of the whiteboard that you're talking through. You can use the sticky note feature. You can add an image. You can go ahead and input some different shapes, and you would just draw that in. And then you could use the pen feature to draw within there. And we clear the frame. You also have the ability to use a text box, and then there's the laser feature. And when you draw with the laser then disappears. So let's go ahead and take the approach of if we were to import a JPEG, an image, or a PDF. So we'll go to the Add Image feature. You have the option to upload from your computer, do a Google image search, upload from your Google Drive. You also have the feature that you can upload from your Google Photos. For today, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to upload an image that I've already added or saved to my computer. I'm dragging and I'm dropping. And now what I have the ability to do is to make that image larger so that students can see this on the screen. If it still isn't large enough, I can click the zoom option so that we can enlarge this so that our display is easier for both me to work with and for students to see. Now, if I select the pen option and I want to change the color, this allows for me to annotate on the image. I also have the option where I can put in a text box, and I can type in a note there. I can move this text box so that I can have that match up with any annotation that I have put on the screen. Again, you have the option to change some of these features. So if we wanted, we could go ahead and draw a line through this. I could go in and I could write my equation. Okay, so these are ways that we can go ahead and annotate. Now with Jamboard, the neat thing about this is that this is actually shareable. So if you wanted, you could have this and share this with your students to work through. And you might want to do this on an individual basis. The other option is that you could have your students create their Jamboard, right? They have their touchscreen device. They could annotate and work through an image, and then they could share that back to you. And that's where you could use the Wacom and the pen to give them feedback along the way. So this is one of many whiteboard apps that we have available to us. Keep in mind that Jamboard can be used in Google Meet. It also can be used within Zoom. And so these are great ways that we can incorporate a whiteboard along with the Wacom in order to improve our instruction and have that feature where we are able to show our annotations along the way, share that with our students, and demonstrate as we are moving through our lesson.